Hello, welcome back to Cemetery Mary. Now, in last episode, we discovered that Mary here could actually talk to spirits by falling asleep on their graves, which is kind of a weird thing. The entire point was discovered when she nearly, when she did actually knock herself unconscious when she fell back with one with her head. Well, one point goes to the gravestone, does not go to her head. So, well, look who finally decided to show up. Us? What about yourself? Huh. I'm always where I'm supposed to be. What you doing in here anyways? Thought you weren't allowed in here anymore. Heh, yeah. But I saw Mars asleep in here and had to wake her up. Asleep? She's a fucking narcoleptic or something. Nah. At least, pretty sure she's not. Yeah, I just don't honestly like his friends that much. They're kind of unnecessarily rude. And I like the entire rude in speech kind of thing. Like, speech patterns kind of rude, but you know they're actually not. No, they're just like completely 100% rude. That's kind of what they are. She just thinks she can talk to ghosts, that's all. You're kidding. Hey, don't laugh so loud. Can she show us then? I want to see. I don't know. Let's see. Yo, Mars. Cloven called out to me. You want to show the boys what you can do? Huh? Show us you can talk to ghosts. We were gonna go to a haunted place anyways. Haunted? Yeah. We were just gonna dick around, maybe pick up a OJ? Is Oja? I don't know. Ouija. Okay, sorry. I don't read this. It's a Ouija board on the way out. I don't read that word that often, to be honest. So, I'm trying to figure out what in the hell I was looking at. Okay, that one's on me. But if you can talk to ghosts, then that's just as good, right? I guess. Okay, I see this as a really big opportunity. First off, your friends are douches. They're not good to be around, to be honest. The fact you think they are kind of says something about you exactly. But then again, the one person you were telling us to avoid, hasn't exactly been the nicest either. No one's been nice. So, yeah. I guess I'll come along. Really? Yeah. Maybe it'll be fun. Whoop. Come on. Let's go. I followed Croven and his friends out of the cemetery. I wasn't even sure where we were going, but I felt as though I couldn't decline their invitation, especially since things didn't end that great with us the last time. I didn't want to leave a bad impression. Now, what in the hell is Jelly mewing about? Yes? No. You quiet down. I'm trying to record here. Sorry about the interruption. That was not intentional. The jailbug gets loud sometimes. Now, I'm not going to go into detail because this is too much of a conversation for what I'm trying to do here. He has a plush bottle. He doesn't know what to do with it. I mean, he was neutered and he doesn't know what to do with it, but yeah, but somehow he still can get it up. So, long story short, that's what happens, and he proceeds to try to do what we call the humpy shuffle. He proceeds to pat his back and front leg on the bottle. It has this fluff tail. We don't know exactly entirely what gets him on with that, but it's just one of those things. He loves to yowl loudly, and I'm just not dealing with that right now. I'm trying to record. Okay. Okay. let's continue. Especially since things didn't end that great with us last time, and I didn't want to leave a bad impression. They were the ones being bad people. But it was fine. I was sure that if I just stayed close to Croven, I'd probably be okay. I'm not sure. That's not how it worked last time. Speaking of the gel bug, here he is right here wanting to poke around my room. You can come in if you want. I'm trying to record though. I followed close behind as they walked, talking amongst themselves. I wasn't really tuned into the conversation, too busy caught up in my own thoughts. And then, after walking a while, we entered a much different part of the city. So I'm going to keep an eye on him because he's wanting to now try to get into things. Let me scratch you. There you go. Yes. Dude. Hello. Yes, I'm busy. This area of the city was more suburban than anywhere else. There were typical houses, the kind with lawns and stuff, and not just apartments. They weren't anything too special, just standard houses. I guess a house is worth it if you really value your privacy, but these areas of town always felt so out of place. And since there were only houses here, no shops or anything like that, I felt like a trespasser entering this neighborhood, even if all we were doing was walking around. Like I said, I stayed close to Croven, and I made note of the house they were approaching, and then stopped in front of it. So I stopped in front. Here she is. I mean, it does look to be a little bit dilapidated. I'll give you that. I mean, it looks like there's a couple of letters here. K-I-L-L. Okay. It's kind of what that looks like. K-I-L-L. I don't know if that's intentional. Him? He was him? If you're doing him, it's not them. Maybe? I don't know. I'll kill them. I think that maybe that's what it says, but okay, cool. I just kind of noticed like letters almost. This house, it was a bit bigger and nicer than the others on this road. Had it not been for the state of disrepair that it was in, you could see the cracks in the window all the way from the sidewalk. Not to mention all the tall, unruly glass that probably hadn't been cut in ages. It looked like there was probably some sort of gate or fence at one point, but not anymore. There was nothing stopping us from waltzing right on up to the front door. Sorry, tongue-tied. Between I going to be a little distracting. In fact, I'm not really awake. A lot of stuff. Okay, recenter. Okay, I'm good. Trying to get into good narrative voice. Narrate, because I'm the one reading this. Speak it out loud. This house is haunted. Well, just look at it. I mean, beyond the fact there's letters, I didn't really indicate it's haunted. But, it's just how it is. What makes it haunted specifically? Are you telling me this doesn't look like a pinnacle of haunted house to you? Just because it's old and abandoned doesn't mean it's haunted. But have you ever thought of why it might be abandoned? People leave things behind all the time. It doesn't mean anything. Come on, no backing, okay, no bickering. You're wasting time. Let's just go in already. I mean, the voice of reason states that it doesn't have to be haunted to be abandoned. We walk up to the front door. Croven was about to open it with no resistance at all. As soon as the door was opened, an awful stench flooded out from the inside of the house. Well, I mean, older houses, older people, mothballs kind of becomes a standard trope inside of horror. I mean, possibly mothballs don't smell the best to anybody, I'm assuming. I mean, I've smelled it before myself. It's not that good. How long was this place? So how long has this place been abandoned for? Okay, decent ambiance. We stepped into the house, and through an archway which led us into what looked like a living room. It was in shambles, to say the least. I coughed after just a few steps inside, and it felt hard to breathe, as if there was too much dirt in the air to really breathe properly. It was all very gross. Yuck. Didn't realize how fucking moist this air would be. Haven't you been here before? Kinda. Doesn't matter. We're here, so go on. Do your thing. Oh, what? The ghost thing? Duh. That kind, what we're all here for. What she means is that we'd like to see you talk to ghosts, like you claim to be able to do. Well, that's gonna be something unique, because from what I've learned, she has to be asleep. Hopefully, for her sake, to mostly deal with you two, things will be much different, and you will be able to have the shit scared out of you. So, that's what I'm hoping for. Oh, right, well, I mean, it isn't that easy. So far, I've only been able to do it when I'm asleep. And, well, you just woke me up a little while ago. Aw, come on. I'm sure you can do it. You have to at least try. We didn't drag you all the way out here for nothing. But we don't even know if this place is even haunted. What if it's just a waste to begin with? Well, there's only one way to check that then, isn't there? Still, like I said, I just woke up, you know. I know I'm usually pretty good at, like, just falling asleep wherever. But I don't think I can fall back asleep just quickly after waking up. Croven. So Croven can sing you a lullaby. Fuck no. You do it. Aw, Crow. You know my singing voice isn't as angelic as yours. Mars, would you be able to fall asleep if I sang a lullaby? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Crow boy gonna sing for us. Huh. Fuck you, it's not for you. Croven seemed embarrassed. Lay down on the couch. I'll try singing for you. Well, this is becoming a very interesting turn of events. Didn't think it'd be becoming quite musical for us. I did what he asked of me. Everyone was already here, and I didn't want to let anyone down. Besides, it couldn't hurt to try, right? I laid back onto the old couch and closed my eyes, hoping that it wouldn't break beneath my weight. I heard Croven's friends begin to giggle amongst themselves as Croven cleared his throat, readying himself to sing to me. I must admit, I almost giggled myself when I heard him start to sing Mary Had a Little Lamb, although I'm not sure I would describe his voice as angelic. It was actually pretty nice to listen to. The only song he usually sings along to are loud punk ones, so it was nice. It was a nice change of pace. And despite how dark the air was and how itchy this sofa felt, so look how dirty it is, to be honest. When things get really dirty, clothes-wise and cloth, it get itchy. So, this is probably what it is. I actually did end up finding myself drifting off to sleep. Suddenly, I was awake. And I was in a bathroom of the old house. Did it work? Was I in the same realm as the ghost again? I so far currently believe it's not the fact that you can go into a ghost realm specifically, and it's more the fact that each individual purgatory or some stuff like that. I mean, kind of make a little bit of sense myself. It is sometimes said that it's your own personal hell, and well, sometimes I imagine purgatory would be the same way. So then maybe this house really was haunted after all. Hello? I called out into the house. No response. I guess I'd better look around then. I got up from out of the tub, careful not to slip on the way out. I exited the bathroom and into the hallway. Looking down it, this house seemed a lot bigger on the inside, even though it seemed big enough on the outside already. I hoped I wouldn't get lost as I started to look around. The hallways were long and almost a bit distorting. I had no idea what floor I was on or where the staircase was, or any idea on how to get back to the entrance. But if I was here right now, surely there was someone's ghost that I could talk with, right? I'll find my way around. But where should I look for them? We got a lot of options. We got a window, broken door, a door with a crystal knob, which I'm pretty sure it's not crystal. It's probably just plastic. Make a little bit of sense. Play the cracked door or the ajar door. I'm going to start with the window and see if I can just go down. I looked out the window to try to get a better gathering of where I was. Besides, it was probably that the ghost would be standing outside too. Maybe in a garden or something. Wiped the dust off the window, coughing a bit as I came off and into the air. I cupped my hands to the glass and peered outside. It was still pretty hard to see much, but it appeared as if I was at least on the second floor of the house. I didn't see anything outside though. Ghosty, where are you? Broken door? I noticed there was a door that had been broken off its hinges. It was placed precariously in front of the doorway it belonged to, so that it still covered it but wouldn't topple over. Walked over to it and grabbed the door with both hands, lifting it up and then gently brought it to the side. I peered into the now open doorway. Little light from the window peered through, but it was enough to see with. There was an old metal frame, single bed on one end of the room, and an old desk on the other. Other than that, there wasn't much else, and there was no ghost either. I placed the door back in front of the doorway, the way I had found it. Okay, so I'm assuming it's going to be the ajar door specifically, but let's check the crystal knob. I approached a door that had a crystal knob on it. None of the other doors I had passed had something like this. It must have led to a special room. I grabbed the knob of the door. The crystal felt cold on my hand. turn the knob. The door wouldn't open. I tried again, but it still wouldn't open. I decided to just give up on it. I did not want to force it open. Besides, if it was locked, that'd probably mean I wasn't supposed to. I accidentally clicked. But if it was locked, it probably wasn't supposed to be in there anyway. Okay, there we go. I love this history feature. It's nice. It's a crack door. I approached a door with a large crack across the front. I went to go reach for the knob. Ah! There is none. It looks like it had fallen off some time ago. I tried to push the door open, but it wouldn't budge. I leaned over and peered into the hole where the knob should be. Nothing. Or rather, it is too dark to see anything. Ah well. Okay. Pop in the neck. So I was right. The ajar door is what we need. Well, let's get to search around and get new descriptions of land and whatnot. I feel it kind of gives better atmosphere. I looked toward a door at the end of the hall. It was slightly ajar. That was loud. It was loud for me. I don't know how loud it is for you. I haven't started editing this video yet. I walked over to it and opened it all the way. I looked inside the room. There was a bookshelf with hardly any books, and a worn-down cozy chair to sit and read them in. But no ghost. I closed the door all the way, this time, and left it alone. That was it. That seems to be everything. I will stand corrected. The ajar door is useless to us. I kept looking, but the place seemed completely empty. What was I going to do? Surely I'd be woken up soon. And when I did, I'm sure the others would be expecting to hear about what I found. Should I just make up a story of a ghost I met here? I mean, they wouldn't know the difference if I did, right? It seemed like that'd be my only option until footsteps. There was someone here after all. I heard them run away from my direction. Well, wait, come back. I followed after them. The direction they ran to. It led me to a door. When I opened it, there was a staircase behind it, leading upward into what looked like an attic door. Well, let's climb. Let's see, climb, yes. So I had to do a cut, to be honest. Just had to stop recording, start back up, to continue the episode. Just a lot of stuff. Well, there's only one thing to do here. And that is switch my cup out for my jug of water since I'm now out of tea. I climbed up the stairs and opened the attic's soul door. Upon reaching the top, I was confronted with another open doorway. Light was leaking through it. Was there a window up there? Walked close, turned the corner, and then... Oh, help. This is a new experience. Is that a noose? Take them down? I have to. Yes, the only option I have. Whoever you are, I accidentally clicked. Yeah, if I hit my right mouse button, it opens this up. Hit it again, it turns it back. It's a little annoying at times, but it can be very handy, I assume. Whoever you are, I took a step forward. And read that. What was this? And reached my hand up to... Boo! I stumbled backward and fell into the floor. Ha! Dude! That was so fucking funny. Oh my god. You should see the look on your face right now. I got you so good, dude. Woohoo! I started to sob. Bawl. Quite loudly. And embarrassingly, Zipporah tried to talk to me, but I was too wrapped in my own tears. I heard heavy thumping and faint, "Hey, what's going on?" as Craven and Theodore found their way up to the attic to meet us. When they saw me, both of them seemed shocked and upset, and quickly diverted their attention to Zipporah. Hey, what the fuck happened? The hell did you do to her, Zipporah? It wasn't even anything. I just pretended to hang from the noose. And gave her a little spook when she got close. She's the one making a big deal out of it. Dude, what the fuck? Not cool, dude. That wasn't the prank we agreed upon, asshole. You think you can just do whatever the fuck you want? Yeah, I do. Because I can. This shit's fucking stupid. I didn't do anything that bad. Bullshit, you didn't do anything that bad. Too fucking far is that. Whatever. Do you want me to say I'm sorry? I didn't get to read that. Is that what you want to hear? Leave me alone. Mary, wait. I ran out of the attic. In fact, I ran all the way out of the house and kept running down the street until I got back to the more familiar areas of the city. Well, things have just taken a huge turn, and while I'm here, instead of having to actually go back and record again, I do see a thumbnail. Yes, save videos. We go into my random games folder, random video folder, Cemetery Mary, and the save. There we go. Make sure it actually took real quick. I have a couple of unique folders here. First off, I have my folders for my series I'm recording. And let's see, we have Beating Pokemon Platinum with Ghost types. We have Deltron because it's the one to continue and finish that. I just haven't had the time to. Been doing this now, and I got dropped on this, one thing after another. Yeah. Let's see, there is currently Stardew Valley. I still Undertale Yellow because I haven't finished it. We have Wires and Wonders. I have my randoms folder, which currently is actually housing a folder for 3 scary games. I did one of those, 1 or 2, I don't remember how many. And then Cemetery Mary. So that's all good. Yeah, I see a thumbnail, and yeah, I see it. Tears blurred my vision, but I kept running. I think I was just being fueled by my emotions at this point. I didn't want to think of any of them. To be fair, they're all being kind of, let's be honest, dicks. To be honest, they're being horrible people. Enough is enough. I tried so hard to be nice, to be polite, to be their friend, but it was clear to me now that could never happen. I could never be friends with people like this. People like, and to think Craven continued to be friends with them. It's no wonder he's been so mean to me lately. And as all this was going on in my head, I still kept running. And running, and running, and running. Until bumped into somebody. Who? Whoa, is everything alright? That voice. Reginald? Or, are you okay? Huh? Oh, sorry. I'll get out of your way. Well, wait, just a minute now. We saw the book thing for you. You seem awfully worked up. What happened? No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Not worry. Look at you. You're a mess. Huh. Sorry. That probably wasn't the right word choice, but You're clearly very distressed. Do you want to talk about it? No, it's fine. I'll just go home. Mary, would you come with me? Huh? Why? Well, I was actually on my way to a little place that calms me down. But I think you could use a trip there too. Oh, no, that's okay. Please, you really don't have to worry. I'll be fine. I would feel a lot better if you came with me. Please? Alright, I'll come with. Reginald gave me a soft smile after I said it. Thank you. I very much appreciate the company. So I'm not exactly a big fan of most of the people we've interacted with. The parents do leave a little bit to wonder. We never really interact with them much. You learn that the mother is deaf, can't really speak. The father was at war at one point in time. Okay, and doesn't exactly like the uncle. Uncle Ray, was it? And they died, so we have Croven, which has been being honestly horrible to us. With the knowledge that already going pretty bad because they're friends and the parents being abducted somewhere. And then there's his friends. The only one we haven't had a bad interaction with so far has been Reginald. Because even, what's her name? I forget her name. Like Moth Eyebrows. Like Moth and Ten Eyebrow woman. She hasn't been that nice, and well, has kind of admitted the fact that she's not going to be. She's just her. Come, follow me. So yeah, I don't really like most of the NPCs here. I mean, the ghosts are fine. They've been decent. Even though he said, follow me, Reginald grabbed me by my wrist and began to guide me down the sidewalk. I was a bit confused on the direction we were going though. At this point, he could be the person who kidnapped the parents, and he's better anyways than the other people we've encountered. Which is kind of sad. It's kind of sad that the person who abducted her parents, is inevitably better as a person in their actions. No, not so much in the kidnapping thing, but just better in interactions as a person than anybody else except for you that we've actually encountered. We have Rude, Miss Popular. We have rude friends of your cousin Croven, and then we have Croven being just a utter piece of work. Boy, that's been a problem and a half. So, in conclusion, we've got you. Let's hope Reginald's nowhere near as bad of a person as the rest of the NPCs we've encountered in this game thus far. It's this way. I didn't think there was much of anything on this road. Well, it's a bit of a secret. But that's part of what I like about it. If it gets too popular, then that'd ruin the very peaceful atmosphere they have. I think it's better if less people know. Agreed in certain places like that. But I think I can trust you not to tell anyone about it. Oh, alright. I kept walking with him. And eventually, we reached a more desolate area of the city. There was no walking the streets. No one walking the streets, sorry. And all the windows of the buildings we started to pass were all dark. No one had any of their lights on. There were no cars in the streets either. It was strangely barren around here. Say, what street are we on again? Are you sure we're going in the right direction? Yes, no need to worry. We're almost there. Okay. Speech patterns kind of reminds me of you, though, for the one who kidnapped the parents. Just a little bit. I mean, this could be because I've been playing this game too long. Then at a certain point, Reginald stopped walking. He looked down into a dark alley and then walked into it. Yeah, this is a problem. Well, aren't you coming? I felt pretty weird about walking down into an alley with no one around. On a street I'm unfamiliar with. But he was waiting for me. I'm getting big red flags. I don't know if this. I hope it's not going to turn out the way I was expecting. But I have a huge sense it's not going to end well. Save. I have a third save here. This is why I restarted the game to actually skip through my choices, what I did choose to get some cutscenes, so I could take screenshots, and then, well, here we are. I didn't get far with it, I only needed it for one. Oh, this is such a horrible choice. Follow? I got nothing to lose at this point. I have a dickhead of a cousin, parents have been stolen, they've been kidnapped. Somebody who's, of course, not a friend, but isn't even trying to truly help at this point, what we gather, just, she's not rude. And then, of course, we have our cousin's rude friend. The only one who has actually shown any form of kindness to an extent, at least being a decent person to talk to, has been Reginald here. And the person who kidnapped our parents. But even then, that's not saying good for the one who kidnapped the parents. I took a deep breath and followed him down the alley. He was standing next to a door that I only really noticed because of its golden handle. He raised a finger to my lips and said, "Shush." And then he opened the door. Oh my. Oh, thank God it's not exactly what it seems. Thank God it's just not what it seems, because she has went through way too much at this point. We need somebody good in her life at this point. It was a coffee place. And it was adorable. Are those ears or his hair? I'm curious. I'm really, really curious. Mind you, nice hair, either way. Pretty string lights were hanging from the walls and ceiling. And calm music played throughout. There were decorations of intricate tapestries and an addition of some rugs to soften the hard concrete floor. I mean, it's surprisingly nice and quaint. I was expecting something horrible to happen, like kick 'em while you're down kind of situation. Bad. There were very few people, and they hardly made any noise as they spoke, as if they were in a library or trying not to disturb anyone else. Not to mention the aroma. Even if I don't like coffee, I can't deny how pleasant the smell is. I like coffee. I mean, I had it this morning and I had tea. All of it together. It felt magical. See? I told you it was nice. This place seems so delightful. However did you discover it? That's a secret, but maybe I'll tell you one day. We stepped further into the building. Reginald closed the door behind us. Then I followed him to the center, and he asked what I wanted. Oh, don't worry. I can pay for myself. No, please. I insist. Consider it as a thank you for accompanying me. Are you really sure? Positive. Reginald ordered himself coffee, and I asked him for hot chocolate for myself. I felt a little shy ordering it, but the bartender didn't seem to care at all, even when I asked for marshmallows. After we got our drinks, Reginald and I plopped down on an empty couch in the building. It's a really nice atmosphere. You got a styrofoam cup? Paper, actually. And no worries, it's recyclable. I think the mugs they offer here are cute and better for the environment. But, well, how do I put it? I'm just particular about using the same thing as other people, that's all. I believe they even allow you to bring your own mug, but that's a little silly, isn't it? Not necessarily. I mean, not many places actually, that I know of actually, allow that just being a commonplace thing. That would make a lot of sense if you could just bring your own. To bring a mug from home, because I would still need to wash it afterward. I mean, that's not a problem. Pop the jar in here. And I'd look absolutely absurd carrying a mug down the sidewalk. Huh. You got a point there. Anyways, are you feeling any better? Oh. Who? Me? Yeah, I guess so. I'm not crying anymore, so that's a good thing. And this freaking unruly hair of mine, it wraps around my ears, so it's getting tangled and starts itching, pulling, falling over my face. I'm not crying anymore, so that's a good thing, I think. Thank you again for bringing me here. No need to thank me. Thank you for not actually turning into some evil person as I was getting bad vibes up. That's kind of what I was expecting at this point. So, yeah. I'm just glad you're feeling better. But if it's okay to ask about now, what has gotten you so upset in the first place? Well, I guess it's okay to talk about, especially since you wouldn't know these people anyway. Where do I start then? So where to start though? Well, I spend a lot of time with my kind of cousin. I recently met his other friends. Yeah, long story short, they are rude, they want to just cause trouble, and inevitably just went way too far. And in doing so, the cousin's rude and is ultimately being bad people, even though they know they shouldn't be. The cousin specifically, knowing that their parents are gone. That's the long story short. I told Reginald all about what had happened since I first met them. I don't know why. It was like I had to start with one thing, but then that led into all the other things too. I told him about how intimidating they were when I met them, and about how they disrespected the cemetery, and about the incident that happened with them just today. Already I was trying to block it from my memory, and Reginald listened, nodding along as I talked. It felt nice to have someone listen to me. And then I ran into you on the sidewalk. Now we're here, I guess. Sorry for going on like that. Huh. I just wasn't sure where to begin or end. Why are you apologizing? I'm actually very happy you told me. It's not good to always let things weird weigh on you. You know, Mary, I must admit, I am not at all a violent person, but how I wish I could teach those dolts a lesson right now. Where do they get off thinking that kind of behavior is alright? No, it's okay. I won't hang around them anymore. But at least I tried, right? That's all you can do in this life. Try. But yes, up the back, get a little stuff in the chair. Don't worry about people like that. They clearly can't appreciate a good thing even when it's right in front of them. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. And it means a lot to me, too. Just then, I had received a text message. I looked at my phone. Proven had messaged me. Mary, where'd you go? You're not at the cemetery. At least, I don't see you here. Yeah, I don't want to see you right now. Actually, I put my phone away without responding to him. Reginald, Are you busy? No, not really. I was planning to run a few errands, but it's nothing that needs my immediate attention. What do you ask? Can I come along? You want to run errands with me? Yeah. I don't really feel like going home. At least not right now. Well, if you're certain, you're more than welcome to come along. I would more than appreciate the company. Thank you again. I spent the rest of the day helping Reginald with his errands. It wasn't anything too big. We brought some stuff from the hardware store, things he needed for a bit of a DIY car repair. Wrenches, screwdrivers, antifreeze, oils, but nothing too big to carry. I hate how my neck and back stiffens up in this chair. It's solid steel, to be honest. This is the entire reason why there's no cushions, but if I put a cushion down, I learned the hard way. My back starts acting up and starts hurting more. So I just do it like this. Luckily, I don't have much of a butt to begin with. I also helped him pick up a few groceries. He was running low on milk and eggs, and he picked up some strawberries too. They go out, so before they go out of season. It wasn't anything too exciting, but it was nice to be able to do something simple with him and enjoy completing the simple tasks. Someone who wasn't trying to trick me or make me cry. Before we knew it, it started to get dark. I told Reginald I gotta get going. Get home safe then, alright? I promised him I would. And then went to catch the next bus home. Well, at least my day wasn't completely bad. Or at least that's what I thought initially. But once I made it home and opened the door to the cabin, someone was waiting there for me. And he was not happy. About fucking time you got home. Where the hell were you? You didn't answer any of my fucking texts. Of course I didn't. I'm mad at you. You're mad at me? I'm the one who supposed to be mad at you. Do you have any fucking idea of what could have happened to you? It can't be any worse than what you and your friends did to me. Is this really what this is about? Get the fuck over it, Mary. Yeah, all of you just want to make fun of her, to be honest. You all just want to make fun of me. Seriously? It's not like I can fucking control everything they do. You should know how they are by now. Besides, what they do isn't my fucking fault, so I don't know why the fuck they're getting so fucking mad at me. Because you let them do it. You never say anything. Maybe they'd stop if you didn't keep letting it happen. Hey, don't start turning this back on me. Well, she's got a point. You've been kind of being a bad person, to be honest. Maybe if you weren't such a sensitive crybaby, you wouldn't be having this problem. Yeah, you're making fun of her again. There you go, making fun of me again. Don't you have anything better to do? Oh, give me a goddamn break. You know, maybe that's why you're so mean to me lately. Huh? Come again? Fuck is that supposed to mean? Hanging around such awful people. No wonder you've become such a bad person. You really now? Oh, really now? That's how you feel. Well, actually, yes, I do. But okay, it's the best option. No, it isn't. It is. It is how I feel. I don't know at what point you stopped, but you definitely aren't a good person anymore. I don't know who this person is, but the Croven I know wouldn't ever been this cruel. The Croven you know ain't that rich. Let me tell you something. Croven you know died with the other fucking the Corvisons. Croven. Can't say that. I'm so fucking over this already. If you really hate me that much, I clicked. If you really hate me that much, why are you even still here? I clicked again. Shit. I can't believe this shit. I didn't mean any of it. I'm sorry. Then maybe I should just leave if that's how you feel. Maybe you should. And take your stupid fucking baggage with you. Croven stormed off after that. I went the other way and marched upstairs. I felt like crying all over again. But I think I used up all my tears for the day. I was going to text the number again. Because, well, it's what I always do before I go to bed. But when I opened my phone, I was surprised to see I had a few messages from someone else. It was Twyla. I hadn't really seen her since the night at the club. Hey Mary. I know it's late, so I don't blame you if you're already in bed. But I figured I'd ask you anyway, since it's not overly time sensitive. I'm going to be at the library tomorrow looking for anything I can find that might help with our town's little problem. I feel that was her name, yeah, Twyla. Twyla specifically. She's been rude herself, but no one near as rude as a friend, so if anything, if we're going to point system, one of the worst people thus far has actually been Croven's friends, and we got Croven, then we have Twyla, and then we lastly have Reginald, which we've yeah, Reginald, that was the name, I believe. I'm horrible names. Let me back up a bit. History. What do we have? Mary Croven. Before this, we had Reginald. Yeah, Reginald is so far the highest one of the list, like best one, and that's for ones we actually met completely, not text message. So yeah. Hey, it's not exactly good, but you're exactly in second place for best person here. I figured you could come and help me research if you're up for it. Yeah, I can come help. I think that's a really great idea. I'll be sure to be there first thing tomorrow. Well, I don't know if I'll be there that early, but I'll be sure to see you there. So yeah, the fact, okay, she's been rude in her own right. Mind you, she's been straightforward with the fact she's not exactly there to make friends. She's there to get the job done, so at least there's that. So you're way up higher than you. The fact you're that high in the list of good people is really a problem. Okay. I had agreed to meet with Twyla. Maybe part of me did it in spite of Croven, but it would be nice. It would be a nice distraction, I think. A distraction from all the bad stuff that happened today. And I wouldn't have to think about it tomorrow. When I got up the next morning, I hurried myself out of the house. Wasn't even sure if Croven was still home. But I wasn't going to stick around long enough to find out. I headed to the library as quick as I could that morning. And even though Twyla said she wasn't going to be around so early, she was still there when I arrived. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff happening. I'm going to pop a save. Yeah, I'm going to pop a save, and I did forget to label episode parts. I'll do that later. When I stop recording, record later and continue, I gotta do in parts, and I forgot to label mine. That's fine, I'll figure out which is which later. Twyla, you're already here? Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm here. I thought you said you wouldn't be here so early. I didn't think it's super. I don't think it's super early, but that's not the point. You're here to help me with research, right? Oh, yes, of course. Just tell me what I need to do. I'm gonna need you to fetch some books for me. Twyla handed me a list of books she needed. I worked in the library before, so I know where they are. What was that? I worked in the library, so I know they're here. Okay. I just wanted to want you to pick a few up for starters. All right, I think I can do that. Oh yeah, I should hope sure. Or I should sure hope so. Passive aggressiveness with you. I took Twyla's list and began to grab the books for her. There were a few psychological books, but also some filled with like periodicals. Is that how you describe it? I don't know. But what I did know, is that if I kept carrying so many books at once, I'd topple over. It's happened before. I began to hand them over to Twyla. She seemed very focused as she took the books from me. Sometimes when I'd hand her a book, she'd slide one over to me with the page open. I would close it and go to return it to the proper shelf. It was only after a few books that I realized she was probably anticipating I'd read the pages she had opened to. Oh well. I kind of just continued fetching her books and shelving them back again absent-mindedly. It just seemed like the best thing for me to do to be able to help. I doubted I would understand the information as well as she did. I am, well, not the brightest at times. You're distracted. Ah. Am I? You certainly seem a bit out of it. Is everything alright? Well, I had a fight with a friend last night, and we still haven't made up. I see. Well, that's not going to help us here. Huh? If you want to help, you're going to have to pull yourself together. You know the issue we're dealing with is much more serious than whatever dumb fight you and your friend had, right? I guess. Yeah, sorry. Are you going to be like this the whole time? I don't know. You can leave. Huh? Are you sure? I thought you needed my help. Certainly. You aren't going to be any help to me like this. Oh, don't take it so harshly. I'm doing you a favor, if anything. I'll call you up next time I need you for something. Just remember not to forget about all of this, okay? Okay. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. It's fine. See you later. See you. It seems more like she's using us. Okay, we have a cousin who is extraordinarily rude as aunt and uncle kind of passed, and his friends are the worst we can imagine. She's being passive aggressive, and honestly it seems like she's using us. Reginald, I haven't had enough interactions to be able to determine too much if he's a good person or not, but inevitably he's been kinder than anybody else has been. So, if anything, he is a instant one-up. So, there's that. I left the last of the books on the table for her, and then headed out of the library. I wasn't much help at all, was I? All because I couldn't read that. All because I was too busy thinking about, dude, what the fuck? Froven? What the fuck were you doing in there with her? Didn't I already tell you to stay away from her? What? Did you just, like, not listen? or not care. Ugh. You're just trying to piss me off at this point, aren't you? I'm trying to help her with something. Not like it's any of your business in the first place. Huh, excuse me? That girl is definitely my business. Especially if she's talking to you. What's so bad about her? You can't just tell me to do something and not explain why. Why not? You don't trust me anymore, huh? Huh. I guess it's just as well. Let me tell you this then. Either you stay the fuck away from her, or you stay the fuck away from me. I just do not like him. Craven stomped past me after that. He didn't apologize when his shoulder bumped into mine. He just kept walking. I hope that wherever he was going, it wasn't home. Because that was the only place I wanted to be right now. Even if it seemed like he would prefer I not be there anymore. I want to ask you something. You always do, don't you? Please. Apologies. It wasn't mean. Sorry, it wasn't meant to appear sarcastic. Go on. Oh, you have to be aren't me. Am I your only target, or are there more people than just me? Are you coming for them too? Please. Yes. Wait. Yes to which question? I'm sorry. I have to go. Good night, Mary. We keep running into circles with this person. Ay. Save. Save. Days pass. As days often do. Things in the house have been incredibly tense. I can't even recall the last time I physically spoke to Craven. Maybe it was the day at the library? I don't know. I really don't remember. It's not like I don't see him at all. But when we do see each other, we don't talk. It's really awkward. Sometimes, when we find ourselves in the same room, one or both of us just leave. We don't say good morning or good night. And if I see him on the street, he looks away. I wish things weren't like this. I just really want things to go back to normal. Back before. I really want things to be better. I want... You are nowhere near in the wrong. You are nowhere near in the wrong in any of this is the big thing. You have tried and tried and tried with these people. You have tried everything you physically can to make this work. And there is just a point in time where this is not you. You've done everything you physically can. It's his fault. Is that bad? No, not at all. It's just, I feel like I'm always the one apologizing. You are. Am I? Or am I just saying that because it's what I want to be true? Regardless, I wish I could hear him say it. It would remind me that he cares, because he does care about me, right? I hope so. I sat in the living room for the remainder of the day, at least until dinner time, that is. The fire was on, and I was reading, but I knew I would have to start cooking something soon. Then, I heard Craven come in through the front door. Still not feeling comfortable being in the same room with him, I got up and moved into the next room. When... Mary, you know I love you, right? Like, even when I'm mad or yelling. I promise I don't mean it. I really, really, really don't mean it. Yeah, I know. I love you too. Are you Okay? No. Theodore died. Well, he deserves... I don't think he deserved death, to be honest. I don't think he deserved death exactly, but, well, some form of punishment has been at hand. So, yeah. Oh, Crow. We did kind of ask about this entire thing, and the answer was yes. I'm assuming it was yes, they were after more people. Yeah. I turned around and hugged Croven properly this time. I didn't ask him what had happened. He didn't seem to be in the mood to talk about it. And I didn't think I was either. I helped him prepare the service. Or perhaps it's more apt to say that I prepared the service. Because he asked me to. You're so passionate about it, he told me. So I know you'll make sure he has the best one. It was just, I don't know if passionate is the right word. The awkwardness. I hope it was a nice service. I'd like to think that it was. I did try my best to pull it all together, after all. I got lots of flowers and a nice spot for him to rest. Croven was responsible for inviting everyone, but everyone wasn't a lot of people. I wasn't sure if it was because no one wanted to attend, or if it was because Theo only had this many friends. I looked around. Zipporah wasn't here. I'm just going to be completely honest at this point. The murderer is doing favors. I know, like, the entire death and murder is wrong, but if anything, they're doing favors for Mary. I'm sorry. Eventually, everyone began to leave. But again, everyone wasn't all that many people. Before I knew it, it was just me, Croven, and Theo. Wordlessly, Croven sat beside Theo's freshly dug grave. I did the same. Normally, I enjoyed funerals. Or perhaps, it's better to say, I appreciate them for what they are. But this one was hard to appreciate. I couldn't find a trace of pleasantness in it. Not even a little bit. It just felt sad. Croven. I don't think apologizing at this point would be the best thing to do. Is there anything more I can do at this point? You've done enough. Right. Croven, I don't want to upset you, but if it's okay, I want to try talking to him. Mary, this isn't the time for that ridiculous shit. I'm being serious. I promise you that it works. And I've never been bad at my promises before, have I? Please, just give me a chance. Fine. If you're so insistent, then go ahead. But when you wake up, I want you to tell me something that only Theo would know. Because if you can't, I really don't want to hear about this ever again. I understand, but I won't let you down. I really don't want to do this. Fine. I lay down atop of Theodore's grave. I could see Croven wince as I did. Hopefully it would be over with quickly. And hopefully Theo would be in the mood to talk to me. Listen? It sounds like faint static, but if I don't focus on it, it's like it disappears. Look around. completely dark. I can't see a thing. Take a whiff, then. It smells like... It's something smoky. Feel around. I feel like I'm lying on something. But I am lying down on the ground, right? It feels weird, though. I can't really describe it. Okay, call out. Hello? Is anyone here? I don't understand why can't I see anything. Or all the times for things to start going wrong. Well, maybe it'd help if you took that lampshade off your head. Huh? Oh. Theo. Hey, Dollface. Long time no see. Yeah, you're dead, definitely. Oh, Theo, I'm so glad to see you. Alright. You sure that's the word you want to use? Well, I suppose you're right. Well, it seems like you're okay. Wherever this is. Where is this? This? This is where me and Zapar live. At least, it used to be where... it used to be back when I was alive with you and all. So my throat's getting dry. Talking for this long kind of does that. Oh. You lived here? Hey now, I know it ain't the prettiest, but it gets the job done. I suppose so. See, what do we choose? Why are they always green here? What do you mean? Like, everything here. It's all green. The walls, the floor, and you too. That's funny. The only thing here that looks green to me is you. Oh, well, you're here. I guess I want to say I'm sorry. Kind of figured the whole ghost talking thing of yours was a bunch of bullshit, but I can admit when I've been proven wrong. Oh, that's okay. I mean, I think I'm more sorry for you in this situation. What do you remember before this happened? What do you remember happening before this? Before? Well, it goes like this. Crow was having a rough time. Wanted to talk about you. He wanted to talk about me? Yeah, but I'll come back to that later. So, he reached out to me and Zap, wanting to talk about it over drinks and all. Of course, we accepted, so we spent the night out with him. Sitting at the bar, whatever. Maybe like an hour or so into drinks, I started feeling like not so hot. I leave to use the bathroom. Start fucking vomiting as soon as I'm in the stall. I come on out feeling all woozy. Zap and Crow try to help me. All worried and shit. Next thing I know, I'm crashing out in the middle of a pool table that was still in the middle of a game. Then I'm here. You're here? All because Crow wanted to talk about me? If I hadn't been such a problem for him, then you wouldn't have wound up here. Hey, shut the fuck up. Huh? Sorry. Didn't mean for it to come out like that. What I'm trying to say is, I'm sure it wouldn't have drunk myself to death. Sorry, I'm sure I would have drunk myself to death eventually anyway. So don't worry about it. If that night didn't kill me, this stick in my hand would still have... I accidentally clicked. this stick in my hand would still make sure it was coming. Sorry. I still listen. I want you to know that Croven only wanted to talk about you because he cares so much. I know things haven't been the best with you two lately. And there's lots you don't know. So it's been real hard on him too. What don't I know? Listen. I may be dead, but there are still things Croven would kill me over if I told you about. I know you and I aren't the closest two people in the world or anything, but trust me when I say it's gonna be alright. I guess I'll have to. So, how long are you staying here for anyway? Oh, I'm not sure actually. I could wake up any minute now that I think about it. Which reminds me, I promised Croven that when I woke up, I'd tell him something that only you would know, as proof that I talked to you. So, do you have anything? Do you have something you can tell me? Yeah, I've got a few stories between Crow and I. Pick your poison. So we've had the spiral staircase story, the orange juice. I'm gonna try the orange juice story. The orange juice story. Oh boy. How do I even start with this one? Well, I mean, I kinda assumed it was something with, like, spiked orange juice or something. Oh no. No. Honestly, you'd probably, wish. Huh? Okay, so it's like, have you ever made orange juice come out of someone else's face? What? Okay, so we're on the beach, summertime, chilling, whatever. Crow decided he just gonna hang out over the umbrella. That's fine. That's cool. I go play with Zap in the ocean a little bit. Come back down to the boardwalk. Give myself a soda. Yada yada yada. You see Croven, I'm coming up from behind. He's still sitting under the umbrella. I decide I'm gonna be an asshole and scare him. I come up from behind and slap his hand. So I slap my hand onto the back of his shoulders. And what I didn't realize is that Croven had been drinking some sort of orange juice or some shit. When I scared him, he fucking coughed it right out. I'm talking hacking. I'm talking orange juice all over his chest. But, like, it didn't just come out from his mouth. It came out from his nose, too, and also, a bit squirted out his eyes. That's not exactly possible. Ow, ow, ow. I don't like imagining that. Like, how does that work? You mean, the eyes are connected in their own specific system. The ears, nose, and throat are all actually connected. This is known, but the eyes are not. There's kind of a problem here. I have so many questions on that one. Oh, don't worry. It gets worse. He grabs my soda out of my hand, thinking it's water, and rinses his eyes out with, pouring it directly into his eyes. Oh my god. Was he okay? I mean, yeah, eventually. He bit his own arm to keep from swearing in front of all those kids at the beach. Zapar never knew the story. Nah, by the time she came back, Croven was all taken care of and didn't really feel like talking about it. Well, that's a whole mess. I'm sure if you asked him to recall the story today, though, he'd laugh. Probably. I see. Thank you for telling me. Hell yeah, dude. It was a great day. Oh, and one more thing before you head back. Say hi to Zipporah too, and go easy on her for me, okay? Listen, I know she seems all firecracker and dynamite. Maybe even a little rough around the edges, but she's got a lot going on deep down. And I know she'd appreciate some help with that. I'll appreciate it too. I see. I'll try to talk to her. Sorry. Gas coming up from drinking water and whatnot. I'm talking constantly. So let's try this again. I'll try to talk to her next time I see her. And let her know you said hi too. Oh, please do. I'm excited to see my boys again soon, but I hope it'll be a long wait at the same time. Yeah, I hope so too. Before I knew it, I was out again. And I woke up to the sound of a weird word croaking. Yo, Mars, come on. It's getting late. And it looks like it's gonna rain soon. Croven? Yeah? You poured soda into your eyes. Is that the real reason why you were redder than usual? Well, okay then. It's a beautiful day today. And after so much talk of rain, I had even brought my umbrella. But it was clear I wouldn't be needing it. The sun felt so warm, so much brighter today. I hoped we would get more sun today, sunny days like this before things start to get cold and cloudy again. Because right now, just felt so refreshing. I was on my way to the cemetery once more. I didn't have any flowers this time around, but I was sure that was okay. I brought a teddy bear. Last time, after all. Besides, I know I now have a different method of being able to visit everyone there. I try to visit Theo too, even when I am able. I don't want to bother him too much. And even though he and I aren't best friends or anything, I can't help but appreciate it. I think I'll try to see him again today. Okay, the fact it takes a person dying just for them to be a decent person for you to be able to talk to, it says so goddamn much. I'm sorry, that's a big issue. That is a huge issue. Okay, had to really use the bathroom. Oh, now we're back. Okay. There's been a lot of stuff happening, and a lot of it really has not been going well. Okay, I keep wanting to go back over this at the moment. Propping myself with my jug on my leg before I take a drink. So, beginning to end at this point, we've gotten. So far, everyone has been pretty much a bad person, to be honest. Let's say it politely as we can. Except for Reginald. And as much as the bad person, or has the bad person as it's been for the person who actually kidnapped our parents, it's bad that they've been actually being more polite. So, it's also bad that it took someone dying, Theodore dying, in particular, to be able to ultimately get not only our cousin to stop being so rude and honestly unnecessarily, I'm trying to think of the proper wording here, because bad person so far. It's bad it took a death for that to actually happen. So Twyla, very rude. at least was straightforward about that to begin with. So there's a little bit of leeway. A little bit. Okay, so we have one of his friends left, one of Grover's friends left, that has been a horrible person beyond imagination. And there was no way that as a player of this game, I'm going to just let Mary just apologize for the shit they did. What they did was uncalled for, especially with it being known by Croven that her parents are missing, which is the whole reason why she's currently in a lot of shit, not knowing about the entire messages. But that just, knowing that, I would not personally be trying to just push somebody's buttons to try to cause trouble. It's like, oh, your parents have been kidnapped. Let's just say you get over that now and just, you know what, here, let me just be a douchebag. It's just not good. I continued down the sidewalk, admiring all the things that looked so much happier in the sunlight. The birds, the flowers, the trees. But one thing that didn't was making its way toward me. And I didn't even realize until I heard her snap my name. Oh, Twyla. Funny running into you here, huh? I see you're out and enjoying the sun. I haven't heard a lot from you, you know. Heh, yeah. But, likewise, you know? But I've been investigating on my own time. Do I need to remind you that you're the one who offered to help me, and not the other way around? It's been extremely busy, to be honest, with the nightmare. Yeah, I'm sure you have been. All those headstones don't talk to themselves, right? I'm sorry, Twyla. I don't think I can help you anymore. Excuse me? Huh? Not help me anymore? You haven't helped me once. And now you've gotten the gall to back out before you even started. What's that for, huh? Well, it's just what? Want to, but I just can't. Sorry. It's too much. It's all been too much. Situation, the intensity. I can't catch a killer. I shouldn't have told you that I wanted to help. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I hope you can understand. Oh, I understand. You do? Yeah, I do. I get it perfectly clear. Why bother helping me catch a threat when it could help fill out that precious cemetery you love so much? What? Hold on. That's not true. I'd never risk someone else's life like that. Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't. Just like I'm sure you would help me. I apologize for lashing out so. I'm just running low on patience. You might not know it, but I tolerate a lot of bullshit from a lot of people. But one thing I refuse to tolerate is people who don't keep their promises. So go on then. Run to your little cemetery, Mary. I'll let you go. But I'll make sure you keep that promise eventually. Twyla angrily brushed past me after that. Felt hurt, to say the least. hearing what she thought of me. But I couldn't help her anymore, and it had to come out eventually. At the very least, it was something that I got over with, and I couldn't let it ruin today. I wiped my eyes of any tears and tried to regain my composure. I tried to focus on the nice things around me as I continued on my way. The birds, the flowers, the trees. The birds, flowers, the trees. I couldn't let it get to me. She didn't know the truth like I did, and I couldn't keep Theo waiting. I continued on and up the way, and into the cemetery. Something felt off, and I didn't know why until I started approaching the grave site. Someone's there at the grave site. Interesting. Is that... hey! Wait! I followed them as they ran from me. They got out of my sight quickly, but I was determined to find them. I walked up and down the aisles, trying to keep my eyes and ears open, until eventually I began to hear something. I followed the noise, which led me to a tree. And Zipporah, what are you doing here? I took a seat beside Zipporah, patting down the grass as I did so. She wiped her eyes on her sleeve as I sat. Hi, Mari. Hi, Mary. Hi, Zipporah. Are you alright? Yeah, why wouldn't I be? Don't I look fine? You, yeah, you do. I'm okay. I'm okay. Really, I'm sorry. I was just leaving. Don't worry about it. Zipporah, I was surprised that you, well, what? You didn't show up to his funeral at all. I couldn't. Why not? You didn't want me here anymore. And after the last incident, I promised Theo I would respect your boundaries. But I guess I broke that promise anyway, huh? I wanted to leave before you saw me, at least. Zipporah, let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't have stopped you from seeing him now, that's the thing. I'm so sorry if I made you feel that way. No one should ever be prevented from seeing their loved ones. It's fine. I had already upset you enough. It's just, nothing's been the same now that he's gone. And I'm not sure it ever will. It still feels so unreal. I walk into our place and I'm ready to start, like, I don't know, hitting him with my jacket sleeve or stealing his hat and running away with it. And now, when I come home, it's all by myself. But all his stuff still smells like him. Smells just like before we left for the bar. His mug is still in the sink because he said he would wash it later. And his hamper still full because we were going to do laundry together. And the TV remote is still stuck in the cushion in the couch because that's where he last left it. He was my best friend, and he's totally gone now. I'm never going to get him back. I'm never going to get him back. I'm never going to see him again. That's not true. I promise one day you'll see him again. But not in this life. Isn't that right? I don't know what to do anymore. I don't feel like myself. At least, not without him. I'm all alone. You're not alone. I can finish that because you interrupted. Croven's here, and I haven't talked to Croven since. Really? I don't even know what I'd say, or what it will feel like. The three of us were always together when we hang out. It feels unfair without him. It feels wrong. It will get better with time. I promise you it does. Maybe it won't always be the same, but it will be better. And Zipporah, you're not alone. Off the jaw's neck again. There we go. I know Croven would want to hear from you. And I really think you two should see each other. Even if it's awkward. You should know that. To be honest, I have conflicting feelings on this. One part, yes, sympathy. Other part, you've been being a bad person since I met you. Corwin's here for you. And I am too. Okay, either way you say you are. So that's kind of the point. Even if I didn't always think you were the best person, that's just because we didn't get along doesn't mean I can't help you through this. There we go. Oh, my palette so I can speak properly. So, well, that's interesting. Thank you, Mary. I could really use that support right now. Yeah, of course. It's going to get better. I promise. I got another question for you. I thought you might. Have you ever lost anyone? Why do you ask? I just want to see. Of course I've lost people. I don't think there's anyone alive who hasn't lost someone. I've probably lost more than you could fathom. How do you feel? It always started the same. It begins with devastation. But over time, those feelings, you get used to them. It's like a blur. You stop worrying about who died. You start worrying about who's next. There's no rest. So, you become someone who doesn't need rest. Because it isn't going to stop. You just have to be ready for the next time. It sounds heartbreaking. It was. And it's why I'm fighting so hard. So that you don't wind up like me. It's been a few days. Despite what had happened at the funeral, Croven hasn't really left his room. When I woke up in the morning, I can hear him stomping about his room. And when I return from having left the cabin, I find no evidence that he's left the cabin at all, let alone his room. I'm so used to him going out every day, but now I feel bad if I'm leaving him alone. I spend most of the day holed up in his room, door shut tight. I knock on it every now and again to check in on him, but there's not much I hear from him outside of that. But today, his door was open. Is open, and I think I should check on him. Well, this is interesting. Okay then, you kind of look like Mettaton a little bit. I'm going to end the episode here, as it has been a great deal. It's almost been 2 hours. Since we've almost been recording for 2 hours, estimating. Not exactly. There's been a lot that's happened. There's been a death. We've had a bunch of gruesome people, well, a bunch of rude people problems, and we have what looks to be blood on the door. I'm assuming it's just paint. I'm going to assume it's just paint because everything else seems to be clean at this point with horror. So, thank you for watching this episode. Like, comment, subscribe, wish it. Let me know if any game you'd like to see me play, and I hope to see you in another video. So, goodbye.